So, welcome to week number 2 of our Peak Summit series. We are starting in on Survival Skills Week. Oh, I just love this series. It is like Pink Sparkly Girl Scouts meets Boss Babe. Last week we covered route mapping. We discussed all about mapping out your course, understanding your destination, and making sure you are in control of your time. Each of you who finished the route mapping homework received that route mapping badge, which if you haven't yet, you can still complete the homework, so don't panic, and earn your badge whenever you turn that in. Each of these homework assignments are not intended to add more to your schedule, but instead are helping to sharpen the skills and create the systems that you need. And it's one thing to hear, training about something, and it's another to put into action. It's one thing to kind of do this homework to help implement it, and then what that's going to do is help kind of cement those concepts into your mind. So I do want to know in the chat, as you have been adventuring in this series, are there any questions that popped into your head from last week? I will come back and review those so that we can clarify that, but let me know if you have any questions. So this week is Survival Skills Week, and if you are just joining us for the very first time in this training, you can go back and watch the previous week's training, and you can find those in a couple locations, okay? So first, it is under the guides section in the Glam Fam Facebook page, and it's also in the Glam Fam resources board in the boards app under Pink Summit. So both of those sections you can snag to find access to that training. All right, so how many of you guys have been whitewater rafting? Okay, yes. Okay, I went whitewater rafting when I was back in college, but while my family was in Idaho, we wanted to go whitewater rafting. Apparently, Idaho is a place where avid rafters go to for whitewater rafting. So I guess like when in Rome, when in Idaho, we are going to raft. So, before you're allowed in the boat, you get coached on these critical survival skills. And, it's things like what to do in the boat, how to hold the paddle, what to do if you fall out of the boat or if the boat flips. All necessary skills prior to a stressful situation. So my goal through this whole series is to help equip you with the necessary skills so that you know what to do to either prevent issues or handle them. These skills are not only helpful in your business, but also in your current jobs and relationships too. I've grown so much as a person because of the development training that I've received in Mary Kay. So when we're talking survival skills of your business, I'm actually going to talk about 3 critical pieces today that are the engines. Like if you have these engines running smoothly, everything else runs smoothly. So first, your skill number 1 is going to be money management. You guys, money management can be challenging to get in the habit of, but it is way more challenging to live without. I don't think money buys happiness, but I do think that there is freedom in managing money and managing it well. Being a good steward with what we have been given. 54% of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck, and 21% struggle to pay bills, meaning they have little or no money left after spending their income. And many of you guys joined Mary Kay because you needed extra income to bridge that gap. Tracking and managing your money is critical to the health of your business. We want money to be the reason you stay. When you are having fun and making money and managing it well, your outlook, your desire, and passion stay energized. Okay, pop quiz. On your paper, I want you to answer these questions. You may not have all the answers right now. If you don't know, write the question down and come back to it later. So number 1, do you know how much money you make each month on average? You guys, this is your regular day job and Mary Kay combined. And you can even add your husband's in there, right? Like If you're married, add it all together. What does that bring home amount each month on average? Number two, do you know what your total monthly expenses are? Do you know your total monthly expenses? Okay, that's all of your bills together, your mortgage, your phone bill, your electric bill, your water bill, all of that. What is your monthly expenses? And then how much, number three is how much do you have in savings? Number four, how much debt do you have? What are you paying on debt-wise? Credit card debt, loan debt, car debt, whatever it is. What are the debts that you're paying on each month? I have spent a lot of time, you guys, burying my head in the sand and not acknowledging my current financial situation. And then all of a sudden, you come up for air and you realize it's a lot worse because you didn't pay attention to it. So one survival skill that we had to learn while we were whitewater rafting, let me bring that back up so you guys get that visual again, is what happens if the boat flips? Okay, something we all hope we never have to experience. And when we were on the raft, one activity that you can do is to wheelie a rock. It is where you shift the weight to the back of the boat, glide up the side of a rock, and then glide back down. Okay? Well, we followed instructions and we hit the rock, and instead of gliding over to the other side, our momentum pushed us all the way up and over. Okay, so now it's time for that hot second of survival skills training to kick in. First, you have to get out from under the boat. When I popped up, I was under the boat in an air pocket between the seats and the back. I could see like our stuff dangling from the tension line, and I could breathe. You know, there was air and it was quiet and calm, but I had to get out from under the boat. Number one, because my guide needed to know I was okay. Number two, I didn't know what rocks were coming ahead and I could get pinned. So I had to get out from under the boat so that I could fix the situation we were in. If I wanted to just to enjoy any more of this trip, I needed to acknowledge the situation I was in and start working towards getting myself and others back in our boat. Acknowledging your financial situation allows you to develop a plan and work to get yourself out of it. You must know the answer to those 4 questions. If you don't, that's part of your homework. I don't need to see it. Please don't send that to me. I don't need to see it. I am not your financial advisor. But you need to know it so that you can get yourself in the boat. All right. A wrong thought is, if I just made more money, I would be able to get ahead. But if you had more money and you managed it the same way, nothing will change. It's a matter of forming good habits with your money. It takes a decision and a commitment. I recommend picking a day, like maybe it's Money Monday or Financial Friday, like Fiesta Friday, put on some, Spanish music and do your finances, right? It's, a day to track your money personally and professionally for the week. I want to spend time on your business, but I do want to say one thing when it comes to personal finances, because that does affect the outlook of your business. To ensure you're bringing in enough and managing your personal finances, you need a budget and you need to track your spending. Just look at your account balance. Just looking at your account balance and seeing that you have enough money to spend what you want to buy or to purchase what you want to buy is not money management, and it is not budgeting. If you don't already have this, you need to create a budget for your family. If you don't know where to start, I recommend taking a financial peace course, and you can find those locally, or by purchasing the Total Money Makeover book by Dave Ramsey. I've used a software for years. It's actually called You Need a Budget, but they now charge for their services. And so I don't typically recommend something that's going to cost you unless I think it's the only option. But Dave Ramsey, the man who created the Financial Peace course, has a free budgeting software that will sync with your banks. So that is actually called Every Dollar, and you can create a budget, you can track your spending, you can save for future expenses, and you can speak with a live agent if you have issues or need advice. Listen, every single person needs to track their spending. If you want to get the most back for your taxes, get out of debt, save for the future, etc. It all starts with a budget. And last thing I will say is manage the number of credit cards you have. I do not think that you need more than one credit card for your personal life and one for your business. I just realized I still have that up. Let me put that down. The more you have, the more you have to manage. I know there are perks to having some extra credit cards. And if you are paying them off monthly and tracking them, I'm not talking to you. But if you aren't paying them off in full monthly, you need to consolidate to the one with the lowest interest rate and get rid of the rest until it's paid off. Ignore me, you guys, if you want, but I want you to visualize cashing your paycheck for the month and then taking the money that you pay in interest and crumpling it up and throwing it in the trash can. You guys, if you have a credit card that on average still has a balance of $1,000 sitting on it each month, and you have let's pick a really good interest rate, like an 18% interest rate. If you got an 18% interest rate in a year, you guys, you have thrown away $2,160. Thrown it away. I bet you sure would have rather have had that money in your pocket. So budget, pay off your debt, track your spending. All right, now understanding your personal finances will give you better motivation to make money out of your business. Now, my business shifted when I hit a crossroads in my life. Our dream has been private Christian middle school for our kids since birth. And in 2020, I had a decision to make. Either I went to work full-time to cover the cost, or this Mary Kay thing had to work out. I really didn't want to go back to corporate. It was stressful balancing the kids' schedules and figuring out who would leave work when someone was sick. I wanted to be home with them after school and during the summers because I felt like I personally, as a kid, got in the most trouble when I was left alone to my own devices. So that was the motivation I needed to push me to focus on making money in our business. So on your paper, I want you to write down something you'd really like your business to pay for. On your paper, write down something that you'd really like your business to pay for. Now, I know people get into Mary Kay for all kinds of reasons, like the relationships, the girl time, the growth. But is there something that your family could be blessed by if your business paid for it? Over the years, it's actually evolved for me. Prior to the private school thing, it paid for my hair appointments, and it covered my coffee addiction, and it paid for vacations and Christmas, things like that. But we budgeted early on in our marriage, so my Mary Kay money wasn't for our expenses, but we didn't have a lot of extra fun money to work with. So this was my guilt-free fun money for me, but it was motivating for me because of that. It's like, I like my hairdresser, you guys. I care about who touches my hair and what she does with it. And because of that, I pay for it. I want to challenge you to find something like my kids' education or my annoying hair obsession that your business will pay for each month. I don't want it to be something that if you earn it, then you will do it. Like if, I earn it, I'll go to Disney World, right? Because you will cheat yourself out of that really, really quickly. But something that has a specific value each month or each quarter that you have to save for and that is motivating to you is what I want you to focus on. So now let's talk business money management. Understanding your profit, managing your spending, getting the most out of your tax perks. In Mary Kay, we make 50% profit. You know, you guys, Mary Kay is a unicorn in the direct sales industry with the independence that they give their consultants. In many companies, you actually earn your discount based on performance. And boy, am I glad I do not have to coach that class. But when it comes to Mary Kay, the sale of our products is simple and clean. We pay half of the retail price for each product, no matter how much we sell. This is actually why we are not an MLM. So when someone tries to tell you that you are an MLM or a network marketing company, you are not. We are considered a business-to-business company, just like any other small business who buys at market pricing and sells directly to their clients. But do you know any business with zero expenses? Mary Kay is not an exception. Expenses are things that are going to come out of the profit piece of the pie. So discounts that you give your customers, lookbook catalogs that you order, supplies like cotton rounds, lip applicators, cloths, even training events that we do. those things are expenses. Something to remember is that if you sell a filled roll-up bag and offer her the bag for free or an additional discount on products, that's coming from your profits. You will pay the same amount for the product no matter what. It's just affected what you will earn. So tracking your sales is essential in making sure you're profiting and also required for tax purposes. Okay, Mary Kay Ash, our founder, recommends that you estimate about 10% of the sales of your products to be set aside for business expenses. So think about it as 50% goes to the purchase of the product, 10% is set aside for expenses, and 40% is profit for you. If you are spending more than that in expenses, then you need to reevaluate what you're spending your profit on, because we want you making money. Okay. So what's the easiest way to track your sales? We all use the My Customers app to fill our orders. And I know sometimes you'll see at in-person events, we will use paper order forms to help move things along, but I recommend loading them in to My Customers after, so that you can keep a product history record all in one place. And the benefit of utilizing this app is it really helps you to track your money. So I have created a form for you guys. Let me see if I can get that to pull up. I know not everybody is a math wizard, and so I created this Google Sheet where it actually has the formulas and does all the work for you. You do still have to open up the app and pull the numbers that are going to be in here, but it's, it kind of takes the guesswork out of some of the things that you need to calculate for profit. So I need to share my screen. That's what I need. This guy right here. All right, so it's a Google Sheets. It has all the same columns that the tracking sheet I used last week had. In regards to what the paper. So if you enjoy working with paper, you can totally write it on here, but this is just a digital version. So you can actually find this in the Pink Summit folder under the Glam Fam Boards resources, under survival skills, sales tracking sheet. And then you can click the file button that is in the top left corner and make yourself a copy. I usually put like the year and then sales next to it. So that way I have one file per year. You guys, this is what I personally use to track my sales, my profits, and have what I need for tax time. Okay, so, over here, you're going to start with, you're going to load in her name, the date of the sale, and the event type. Now, this is like facial, on the go, party. This is just so you can see kind of like how things are going for your business and what is making you profit and whatnot. Number of bookings. Now, this is how many bookings that you had from the party. So if you have if it's a reorder, you're going to put reorder in the type, and this is all going to be like one. But if this was a party or a group event, then you're going to want to put party or whatever you want to call it here, group event. And then you're going to put the number of bookings you got from it. How many people booked with you afterwards? How many skincare sets were sold? How many referrals did you get? This is just going to help you see where areas you need to improve when it comes to parties and things. Now, the sale. So now we're going into that specific customer and her sale. How much did she order? Now, this is the retail cost pre-discount. Okay, the retail cost. So if she ordered a repair set, then she is going to get the retail repair price is what's going to be right here. So if she ordered $100 in product, then that's going to be right here. Now, if you offered her a discount, maybe it was her birthday, or she got a half price deal or something like that, then you're going to put that discount amount right here. Okay, so in your My Customers app, you have your total of the sale, then you have your discount line, and so that's going to be this number right here. And then the tax paid. Okay, tax paid is what she actually paid. Here's something you guys should probably know, is that, in the app does not charge you, if you offer any discount, the app charges you sales tax on her paying price. So it does not charge tax on the retail price. So it's calculating off of that discount price. Now, I did want to say in this software, there is a column at the very top right here where you can type in your sales tax for your region. So my region is 6%. So my sales tax percent is this guy right here. All right. And this is what your formula is going to be based off of. So the tax she paid is what you see in My Customers for the tax amount that you charged her. Now, other is any other expenses that you had involved, like if you charged her shipping, or if you added any additional costs involved is going to go in this other category. If you gave any special gifts, you can put that in here. And then the unrecovered tax is going to auto calculate for you. Now, this is the column that your taxes are going to need to use. Okay. They use that unrecovered. Why is it not going over? I'm hitting the wrong button. They use this unreceived tax or unrecovered tax right here to signify what that's an expense to your business that you never receive that tax for. Because when you purchase from Mary Kay does not pay attention to the fact that you offered her a discount. You're an independent contractor. You can offer whatever discounts you want, but you're not. So they're going to charge you the retail cost of the products. And so if you bought if she bought $100 in products, but she got a discount, she only paid $80, right? You're still going to pay 6% of $100, even though she's only paying 6% of $80. So your unrecovered sales tax is that $1.20. It's the difference between the two. Now, this is the total that you probably charge the customer. This should match your My Customers. And then this is your total sales after discount, which is a number that your tax company needs. And then this is what your total profit should be. This is what you pay yourself for. Now, because I have an analyst background, I loved formulas and worked in them all the time. And so over here in the purple region is the 2 + 2 + 2 follow-up timing based on her order date. Okay. So that auto calculates for you. So everything in colored columns, you guys, is formulas. Don't edit them or they won't be there anymore. So you just let those do what they're supposed to do and utilize the information that's there for you. But now that leads me right into, though, this 2 + 2 + 2 leads me right into the second survival skill. And that second survival skill is called customer service. Customer service. Okay. And what sets us apart, you guys, from Target, Ulta, Sephora, hang on, let me make sure I can see what I'm doing here. Target, Ulta, Sephora is our customer service. If you have a client that you want to stay with you for life, you want to nurture that customer relationship. You want to offer a service that is like no one else. And this looks different really based on your personality, but one piece that isn't unique is customer follow-up. The Mary Kay Ash formula for follow-up is 2 + 2 + 2. That means 2 days, 2 weeks, 2 months. Every client should be on this kind of cycle. So, the 2-day follow-up is really just to check on her products and make sure she's using them and she doesn't have any quirky questions, right? Because sometimes they get them and they completely forget what order you told them to put them in, how you were supposed to apply something. And if they don't start using it right away in that first week of purchasing it, she's not gonna. So this is gonna help counteract that and help you get in there and get her loving and continuing to love her product and clearing up any of those questions. Now, the 2 weeks later, this is really my personal goal for the second appointment. I'd like to see her again in 2 weeks, check on how things are going with her skin. If there's anything we need to tweak, this is a great time frame to tweak those things. And really, you guys, at a minimum, your goal should have 2 appointments with every client. So you should be paying attention to, have I seen this person twice? Okay, it can be virtual or it can be in person, but you want her to create roots with you, and having 2 appointments is really going to help do that. Now, you don't want those 2 appointments to be months and months apart. So that 2-week frame, maybe 2, 3, 4 weeks, is really the best thing for you. And here's how you do this. You intentionally, you guys, don't bring everything. Okay. You don't bring everything. Even if she says, I want to do skincare and I want to do makeup, you're going to be like, great, I only have time to do one of those, but we can set up a second free follow-up for you to do the other portion of that. All right. And you intentionally don't bring those things because it gives you a reason to see her again. Typically, your first appointment is going to be skincare, and then I kind of say things. This is something that I would say is, I always like to start with skincare because when your skin looks its best, your makeup will look even better. But I would like to create a personalized palette for you that complements your eye and hair color and helps give you tips. And I want to help give you tips to apply makeup that best suits your face shape. So we can actually set up a time for that at the end, and we will do that for you. And it's something very special. It helps her desire that second appointment because it's personalized. And so the odds of her reordering with you skyrocket after you've seen her twice. All right, now 2 months. Okay, 2 months. This is to keep them connected with you on reorders. You would be surprised by how many people don't think that they can reorder from you if they don't have an appointment. Just like checking in helps her to see that she always has you in her pocket. And you want to be her resource for all of her makeup and skincare needs. Here's an example. Hi, Susan. It's Christy with Mary Kay. I just am checking in. I thought some things may be running low, or it might be time to restock your mascara. You can kind of call out some of the items that she has. Or you might have items that you were wanting to snag from your wish list. You were just on my mind, so I wanted to see how you've been. Have a beautiful day. Okay. This just keeps her connected to you, like I said. So this sales tracking sheet will help you see when it's time to follow up. So Ulta is not going to call them and see how they are liking their products. Make suggestions if something isn't working right, or answer their questions about other concerns. You want to be that first person she thinks of when it comes to skincare or makeup advice. Help her to feel like you're the expert. Even if you don't have the right answers, you guys go figure it out. There are so many resources on In Touch and we're going to actually dive into that in another course, but utilize the tools in your tool belt to be her beauty go-to. So last week, I showed you an image from a file that is in the Boards Drive. Some of you may have looked at it, but if you didn't, what is in the route mapping folder, like this whole file is actually in the route mapping folder, and it is called a weekly template. Okay. And it breaks out it has your 6 most important things list. It breaks out your week schedule, things like that. Essentially, you can use this to create a weekly calendar / business management / goal tracking system for yourself. So I want you guys to stop wasting time writing things in this notebook, in that notebook, in this calendar, in that notebook. Just consolidate. Okay. I recommend a 1-inch binder and a pack of dividers. Okay. Then, in one of the sections, I want you to print out the weekly template for each week of the month. Okay. And then on this reach out page, you can fill in who you need to follow up with for that week. And you can easily see who that is by looking at your sales tracking sheet. But one thing I want to highlight with customer service is personality. Okay. Personality is unique to you and how you handle your consultants. How you handle your customers. Okay. You might be really, really good at connecting with them over their family, or you might be really good at making packaging look great, or something like that. You know what you would love if a consultant did for you, or you've seen other consultants do those things. Now, the icing on the customer service cake is your friendship. When you are able to get a client from client to friend, her roots are deep, and she will not leave you for the next shiny influencer. All right. In my customers, like the app, in my customers, there is a note section. When she has a session with you and doesn't buy everything, open a note under her file and write down the products she loved but didn't purchase. Write down her husband's name or her kids' names. If she mentioned them, ask about those things in the session to get to know her better. Find stories that you can connect with her to show how you jive. Document the things you want to remember so that when you connect with her later, You can ask like, oh, how's your son doing at Virginia Tech? Or how are you enjoying the new house? These things I personally don't remember well. So the notes help me to be more thorough. All right. Now, the question you really want to ask yourself when you're evaluating your own service is, would you buy from you? Are you providing a service that you would come back to? Are you delivering products in a reasonable time? And are you giving her solutions and making her feel important and special? All right. So here's the deal. You may not be the most polished, knowledgeable, smooth talking consultant yet. Okay. But if you can be taught, you can improve. When I would hear my director describe products, I would write down what she would say as best I could, word for word. And I would memorize the way she talked about the products so that I would be able to say it the same way. When I saw something a consultant did that set them apart for customer service, I tried to mimic it. You can develop into an expert if you put your energy into it. When you come to a unit event, if you're not supposed to speak, bring a notebook. Who is take notes. Taking notes, in my opinion, is a way to show the person who is training that you find what they say important, and it shows that you're trying to retain it. It actually gives you something to look back to. So when you have questions, you don't have to waste that person's time by making them repeat it again. Okay, now on to our third survival skill. Now, this one, you guys, is probably the most important for predictability in your business. How many of you guys would love to have confidence when you book an appointment that she will actually be there? Okay. Or better yet, that she agreed to bring friends and you want her to actually invite at least 10, and you want her to have 3 friends actually attend, book their own appointments, and shop for themselves and introduce you to their friends, right? You know the secret ingredient for all of that. It's coaching. Coaching, not that kind of like I'm your coach telling you what to do, but it's a Mary Kay skill that is just as important as booking the appointment. Mary Kay Ash said, a party worth booking is a party worth coaching. Coaching in this business is helping guide your client to the best result. All right. So we kicked off this training with my whitewater rafting analogy. And at the back of each raft, there is actually a raft guide. And, he is the expert. He's instructing everyone in the boat what to do, when to paddle, which direction to paddle, and he's steering the boat. All right. So coaching is being the raft guide. You are the expert. If you want the trip to go well, you need to guide the boat and instruct your clients what to do to have a successful trip. Your hostess is not the expert. If you want to let her guide your raft, you won't be happy with the outcome. Your hostess is manning the paddles. She is a vital role in making sure you make it down river safely, but she needs your guidance and your direction. Here's the deal. Even if you coach every appointment perfectly, there will still be reschedules and cancellations. But if you don't coach it, the odds of that happening go way up, okay? Here's why. The goal of coaching is 1, to keep your hostess excited. 2, get the guests excited about what's in it for them. 3, helps the hostess maximize her benefits. And 4, helps you be better prepared and know what to expect. So this right here is your coaching checklist. When you do this for each hostess, you won't forget to cover anything with her. When your date book is rolling, this guy right here is your lifeline. Okay. You can, this is just so you can remember what you've done and what you need to do next. And I have all the scripts I use loaded in boards so that you can easily access them when you need to. Feel free to copy mine into your own board folder and personalize it so then they're yours. And they're already ready to go. Here's the process of coaching. 1, once you book the appointment, let me go here. Whoa, too far. Nope. There we go. Once you book the appointment, you're going to ask her to bring friends. You're going to coach her on how many people to invite, and with a mini mask or some sort of incentive to get you to get her to invite 15 people. She can either add you to a group text or send you names and numbers. And if you played the referral game at the party, you may already have her list already. Number 3, you're going to pre-profile each guest. Number 4, you're going to excite the hostess with her perks. Number 5, you're going to send a thank you card. Number 6, you're going to talk to her about what to expect. Number 7, a confirmation text. Number 8, a reminder text. Number 9, a day of text. Think about your hair appointments or doctor's appointments. They all use reminder text to make sure you stay connected and don't forget about your appointment. You need to treat your business the same way. Mary Kay is not her priority in life, so help keep it easy for her by supporting her with each step. So let's break that down. Number 1, you're going to ask her to bring friends. Say something like, I find that most people prefer to have it with friends and you earn free product. It doesn't have to be anything formal. Would you like me to send you an invite that you can send to some friends and see who can make it? You see how I just took the pressure off of that? No, it wasn't like, hey, how about you invite like 15 friends and they can come and then you can earn free stuff. I'll give you as a thank you. That sounds like work, okay? Instead, most people prefer it. And then you're going to earn free stuff and I'm going to give you the words. All the pressure's off, right? So when she says yes, I'm going to send a text invite to you. And most people just kind of put me in a big group chat. And if you send it to 15 people by tomorrow night, you will automatically get entered into a mini mask of your choice. You guys, whatever you want to give away, pick something like a mini satin hand set. You could do a mini mask. You could do a lip gloss, whatever you want to do for yours. Just something that you would get excited and want to get on the phone with your friends on, okay? And I even say, even if no one comes, just start adding. You'll actually probably be at 15 before you know it. Now, then this is what you actually send to the hostess. Here's a text message and an image that you can text out to see who of your friends and family can join you. If you invite 15, you'll earn a free mini mask from me, even if no one can make it. And here is her words that she just copies and pastes. Hi, ladies. Hope you're feeling up for a fun beauty experience with me. And get excited and save the date for Saturday, September 10th at 10 a.m. We are going to enjoy some relaxing skincare and self-care treatments and girl time. If you're in, reply back to me and my new friend, Christy, who's in this group text and has my number there, with your name to RSVP. She'll be in touch to customize your pampering treatments. Can't wait to see you. All right. And I attached to that an image for her to send with the text message. I have a Canva template in the boards folder that you can just pick that and it'll force you to make a copy, and then you just pick whichever one suits the theme you're going with, if it's color or makeup or skincare or whatever. You just change the date, download that graphic, and send that to her. So the next step that you're going to do is pre-profiling the guest. This takes the guest from, okay, I'll come for my friend, to, oh, I'm excited to try that item she's bringing to help improve my skin. And it says, and this is what I would send to each guest, that it says, yes. Hi, this is Christy with Mary Kay. Yes and maybe. Let me just clarify that. Yeses and maybes. Get this. Hi, this is Christy with Mary Kay. I'm so excited you'll be joining us this Sunday. I can't wait to meet you. I want to personalize your experience. Can you answer these questions below? And I ask, do you have normal to dry skin or combination to oily skin? On a scale of 1 to 5, where would you rank the effects of aging in your skin? 5 being, I want to address deep lines and wrinkles, and 1 being, I have no aging concerns. Are there other areas you'd like to improve about your skin? Once she responds, then I typically address something she said that I'm bringing that will help her. If she said she has oily skin, I say, I totally get it. Oily skin can be very frustrating. I actually have a skincare line I'll bring for you to experience that helps to control oil throughout the day. I can't wait to hear what you think about it. You see how her focus has just now shifted from, I'm just going to come for my girlfriend, to, ooh, I'm going to get a solution for my oily skin, right? Next, you're going to reconnect with your hostess on her special deals to make sure that she is maximizing them. Text a pic of your hostess program flyer, and you guys, you can use mine if you don't have one that you like. There is no standard hostess program, but you just want to have something that excites you. The point is, she needs to know how she earns free product. If you wouldn't get excited about your hostess program, then change it. Ain't nobody going to get excited for something that you aren't excited about either. So if you wouldn't clean your house for your hostess program, she won't either. Okay. All right. So I recommend calling her for this. I would text her, hey, do you have a few minutes to chat sometime today? I want to make sure you're getting tons of stuff for free at your event. And it's so much easier to just explain it over the phone. And you can explain it, and she knows what she needs to do, and then she will actually do it. Okay. So number 5 is sending her a thank you card or a thank you text. You know, she is less likely to cancel if you were to take the time to send her a card. But if she did, she's probably definitely going to reschedule. But in today's age, you can also send that heartfelt text. That can go a long way. If you strategically place when you contact her, you want these things to kind of like just keep you connected with her up until the event. But then this kind of prevents it from being like all businessy, right? And but you can say something like, thank you so much for hosting with me. My goal is to help you get your wish list for free, but I also want to help you and your friends have a great time catching up. So I so appreciate you trusting me and letting me be a part of this with you. And then add some like heart emojis and things like that. All right. So as you get closer to the event, you want to go ahead and get some of those easy pitfalls out of the way. You want to cover the what to expect, childcare, how she can get outside orders for you. If she has any other questions with the hostess program, kind of checkpoint with where she's at in the hostess program. Let me make sure you guys are still seeing me. Okay, so you want to cover things like childcare. You want to cover, outside orders, hostess program, like where she's at, how many people she's got, how many more she needs to invite, those last minute things, food and drink, and class area. So, just kind of getting her gauged around what to expect. Now, here's something that you can say when it comes to kids. I love kids, and I even have two myself, but I find that you all will have a better time. You will have a much better time if you can focus on pampering for yourself than having to keep the little ones out of the lipstick tubes. Okay. Another thing that you can say is if someone can't make it, but would like to place an outside order to help you earn credit, that's great. For every $1 you collect in outside orders, I give you $1 back in free products. All right. And then another one is you can totally provide snacks, whatever you are most comfortable with. Just make sure you keep it off to the side until after the facials, because crumbs and cleansers don't mix. There will be a great opportunity after the facials where you can bring out the food while I chat with the guests. And then you just say, like when it talks about what to expect, all I need for the party is a kitchen table to sit around and a couch or a love seat to meet individually with each guest on while you're serving the snacks. All right. Then you have your reminder text to your hostess. You cannot wait to see you Thursday. Which mini mask did you pick as your gift? Charcoal, pink clay, moisture renewing, or what color lip gloss shade did you pick? You send that confirmation or reminder text to the guests. Can't wait to see you Thursday. Would you prefer more color or skincare in your swag bag? You guys, I'm asking these really easy questions to answer so that I don't get left on red. Okay. I want her to just give me a yes, give me a no, give me oh yeah, I'm getting free stuff. Remember that? That's what we want to focus on. That confirmation text is like, hey, Rachel, I have X amount of people planning to come. I've made them all swag bags for your girlfriends. Anyone else decided to join as well I should connect with? I never say, is everybody still coming? Because that's negative. Keep it positive. All right. Do we want to add any more to the list? I'm assuming everyone is coming, right? Anyone else decided to come that I should connect with? I will be at your house, wherever it's going to be, 30 minutes early to get things set up. You've done such a great job inviting. You and your friends are going to have a blast. And I just know you're going to love getting all your free stuff. And then the last one is today is the day text. That day of text. It's finally here. The day you have been waiting for. A smiley face. Insert epic movie superhero music. You bring your smiling face and I will bring the swag bags. I'll have a bonus special hand treatment for you if you arrive a few minutes early. See you at 7. Did you need the address? Okay, there's two really important things that's happening here. One, I again asked that easy question. Do you have the address? She probably has the address, but it's just an easy way for her to be like, yes, I'm still coming, without me saying, you're still coming? Because that's negative. We want to keep it positive. I'm assuming she's still coming. She just needs the address, right? And then the few minutes early. You want to start on time. Your time is precious, right? So if you can incentivize her to get there early with her hand treatment, even if you still have planned that hand treatment in the first 5 minutes, she's not going to be 10, 15 minutes late. She's going to be there early or at least on time. Okay. Now, I like to end, here's the thing is, you know, if I just dump all of the information in those text messages, she has no reason to really answer them. So that's why we're being targeted with the things that we say. You can personalize them, but try to keep those key components in there. It's just that last piece that we need to guide the boat, right? Each of these steps is helping to guide the boat so that the boat gets to a successful party safely and happily, right? All right, so let's talk about your homework for this week. Your homework this week is to create your weekly plan sheet for the next week. If you haven't already done it for next week, update that sales tracking sheet. So go ahead and start utilizing a sales tracking sheet for yourself and put in your July sales. All right, I just need a quick screenshot of the screen with your July sales in it, so that I can see that if you are really loving it, go ahead and do the whole year. If you like this system, you can put in the whole year or whatever. You just put in your current month sales there. All right. Now, the third thing I want you to do is to create your notebook. All right. Now, if you have customers already who've ordered from you, I want you to fill in that reach out page with who you should be contacting this month for customer service. If not, I just want you to have that notebook created if you're a new consultant, so that you can go ahead and start implementing these things. So just send me a picture of your notebook with your dividers and your weekly template in there as well. Now, the fourth thing I want you to do, you guys, I sweated a little bit about asking this, but I know that you can do it. I really do, is to book one party. I want you to book one party between now and next week. Okay. Book that one party. You guys, it can be your sister. It can be your mom. It can be your best friend. She could have had a party for you already and is willing to do another one. You just got to go to her and be like, hey, I am in this training, and to finish this course, I need to book one party so that I can practice a new skill. Can you please host a party for me? Okay. She will help you out. I know that you can do it. I mean, and you might have other people that have said that they'd be willing to do parties for you. Go ahead, connect with them, and get that coaching process started. And I want to see a picture of your hostess checklist. All right, ladies, thank you so much for your patience with my internet issues. I hope that the clarity was okay for you, but have an incredible